What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for clicking on this video today. If y'all new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like, subscribe like always. It'd be very much appreciated. But today, we got to talk about what we just witnessed last night. A big event happened. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Straight out the back, I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I've been saying it for a while. When a lot of people ask me what I think about this fight, I've been saying I hate this fight. I do not like this fight at all. And why would anybody like a fight like this? I really don't understand why people were really super hyped about it. Because look at the age difference. Mike Tyson, yes, Mike Tyson is amazing. When you hear Mike Tyson, you're like, yo, this guy's a dog. But he's 58 years old. He's 58 years old. And we have Jake Paul, 27 years old. Look at that age gap, bro. There's no way I was ever going to get behind this fight. You know what I mean? I don't care if any clip came out of Mike Tyson hitting pads, bro. I just knew there was no way he was going to come in and do anything. I kept hearing a lot of people say they were expecting Mike Tyson to come and run through him. Bro, I think people just like to live in the past. You know what I mean? You got to think about father time. You know what I mean? And yes, Mike Tyson still looked pretty good. Unlike his Instagram videos and stuff like that. But when it came to the fight, you could tell nah, man, he don't got it like that no more. And it's no disrespect to Mike Tyson, it's that he's older now, you know. And if this was a different time when Mike Tyson was fighting in the 90s, bro, we all know what would happen, but that's not the case anymore. So yeah, this was a bad fight, and I honestly never wanted to watch it because I did not want to see Mike Tyson get hurt in there. I could not imagine seeing Mike Tyson, old Mike Tyson, like a grandpa old age, right? Mike Tyson on the floor knocked out, bro. There's just no way I wanted to see that. But, I still had to tune in, though. Now, before we even get into the fight, I want to talk about the co-main event because that was a fight I actually wanted to see. I was very excited about. And that was Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, because the first fight, if y'all haven't seen their first fight, which is about 2 years ago, it was an amazing fight. I remember watching that. I think they sold out Madison Square Garden as the main event, and they did amazing. Oh, my goodness, what a fight. It was a beautiful fight to watch. And I feel like if you're a casual and don't really like watching boxing, I think you would appreciate that fight. But this fight, I was hoping for the same thing, and I think that that's exactly what we got. They were in there, and they were fighting it out. And I think it's because it was 2 minutes. It was 2-minute rounds, so it's you don't really have enough time to just be, calculating punches, doing 1-2s in and out. No, you got to go in there, and you got to fight because you don't got that much time. They were swinging crazy, and it was amazing to watch at some points. The only thing that kind of made it was because Katie Taylor kept coming in with his head. She definitely was. She was doing her combinations, and she would lean in with the head a lot, and that's how Amanda Serrano got a cut on her eye, because she got a headbutt. And that wasn't even the last time. After that cut kept opening up because Katie Taylor kept coming in with her head and kept hitting her right there, you know what I mean? And it was to a point where she actually got a 1-point deduction of it. But yeah, Katie Taylor, she would just swing, and she would lean in trying to hug, but obviously she would come in with her head first. Amanda Serrano would be cut up, bleeding, gushing blood on her eye, but she kept fighting, and I respect people who do that, man. Honestly, it's so hard to fight when you have a little bit of your eyebrow falling off. You can't really see because of it, and you have blood gushing up, and then the person is still hitting you in that same spot. So just seeing her still fight through that adversity, it was amazing to watch. Man, I'm telling you, the whole 10 rounds, they were just swinging, going at it, and honestly, it was a pretty close fight again. The first fight was very close. They gave it to Katie Taylor, which was very controversial because a lot of people, and I would say including myself, thought Amanda Serrano did enough to win the fight because Katie Taylor did start slow in the first fight. But in this fight, it went to decision, and it was close again. But they gave it to Katie Taylor again. And honestly, I can't really say much because another thing I'm going to talk about later on, I wasn't able to watch the full fight because, well, I'll tell you on a little bit. Look at it. Obviously, Amanda Serrano outlanded Katie Taylor by 100-something punches, right? And Katie Taylor got a point deduction. So I could see why people think it's a robbery. But this fight was pretty close. I can't lie. For what I saw, it was a pretty close fight. Both women should be proud of themselves because they came in there and they did their madness. You know what I mean? They both fought really well. And it's just great to see that, especially for women's boxing. This definitely is going to be another great fight for women's boxing. And they both showed heart out there, so I got to respect both of them. But yeah, it's very controversial what the decision was, but I mean, I can't really say much. Yeah, like I said, from what I saw, I wasn't able to watch the full thing because Netflix and a lot of people were going through it too. Obviously, this whole event was happening on Netflix for the first time. I think this was Netflix's first time having a live event. on their broadcast, right? And it didn't go well at all, right? Because I remember when I was first watching the Barrios fight, the fight right before the girls fight, and it started buffering a lot. And I was like, yo, what's going on? Like, it was buffering pretty bad. I had like 25% most of the time. And even when it was good and I was watching it, the quality was bad. I was like, bro, what's going on? Is it just my internet? But I went on social media and I found out really quickly that a lot of people were having the same problem. I don't know what Netflix expected. I mean, you're given a free fight, you know what I mean? A free, and this is obviously a good fight because there's a good undercard and you have Mike Tyson come back in the ring, which is a big story, right? And you having this play for free, and did you not expect this many people to be watching? You know what I mean? Not gonna lie, Netflix did sell on that one, but yeah, I try to watch as much as I can, but it just kept loading and then kicked me out sometimes. But yeah, it wasn't looking good for Netflix. But I watched a good portion of it. I think I watched about 85% of the fight. Now, luckily enough, I was able to watch the whole Mike Tyson fight because it actually stopped buffering, which is pretty good. I don't know if it happened for a lot of people. I kept hearing people say that the fight was ruined because they weren't able to watch it. So I think it still happened for some people. But for me, I was lucky enough to not have any buffers for the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. So I was able to watch that. So we can go ahead and talk about that without me even complaining about it stopping or whatever. So the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Let's talk about the actual fight, right? Now, obviously, I wanted Mike Tyson to win because I didn't want him to get hurt. Like I said, I felt super nervous coming into this fight because just seeing him walk in the ring, it just felt kind of weird. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm watching Mike Tyson, like, obviously I wasn't alive in the 90s when he was in his prime. So it's kind of weird watching him now, knowing who he was and stuff like that. But I said this, I was like, if I want to hope that Mike Tyson's going to win, he's going to have to knock out Jake Paul in like the first 2 to 3 rounds. Because I know his stamina, he's not going to have enough endurance to go all 8 rounds. Even if it's 2-minute rounds, he's not going to be able to. But when the first bell rang and they were finally fighting, I could tell immediately in the first round that this dude had nothing left. I'm sorry. This dude in the first round, I already knew he had nothing left. And he had some flurries here and there what the crowd was excited about, but it just wasn't looking good. And in the first round, I'm telling you, the first round I saw it and I was like, oh no, it's done. He just needs to survive. I was like, bro, now I know that he has nothing. He just needs to survive. That's all I was thinking about. And boy, was I getting nervous because I think Jake Paul hit him with a good one too one time. And I was like, no, please don't do this, bro. Like, it's just so sad, bro. He's a 58-old man, bro. Like, it was just kind of sad to watch at one point. And I think a lot of people were agreeing too on social media because I saw a lot of people hate on this fight too. Look, for me, I didn't expect anything more, from Mike Tyson. I knew this was going to be the Mike Tyson that would come in, obviously, because when Mike Tyson was in his prime, he was very explosive, very powerful for his weight, right? And a big main factor was his legs. Dude had big old legs that he would be able to explode off of, right? And when you're 58, you don't got those legs no more. He literally came into the fight with a brace on his knee, bro. Like, but yeah, as the fight kept going on, you could just tell that Mike Tyson was just in there just trying it looked like he tried, but his body wasn't, wanting to do anything, right? And he had this whole thing of people were talking about him biting his gloves and stuff like that. Some people thought it was his mouthpiece, something wrong with his mouthpiece, but no, I think he just has a tick about biting his gloves. But yeah, Jake Paul, and you know what? I respect this a little bit from Jake Paul. I think he realized mid-fight that, this guy has nothing else for me. You know what I mean? So instead of just hurting him, Jake Paul definitely went more easier on him and didn't go for the knockout no more, which I was like, thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I think we were all happy to see Mike Tyson leave the arena without any injuries and nothing like that, because when the fight ended, they were all good. And if y'all didn't see, Jake Paul actually, like, the last 5 seconds of the fight, he was bowing. He was giving him his respect, which I respected. Like, I couldn't see, and I don't know what else people would say if Jake Paul saw Mike Tyson and how he was acting in the ring and just went for a killer knockout. I can't even tell you what people would do, bro. Yeah, I think Jake Paul even admitted that he saw that and he went easier, you know what I mean? So, I respect it, but yeah. For Mike Tyson, I'm telling you, I'm just so happy he wasn't able to get hurt, you know what I mean? He got his bag. But it's crazy to me because immediately after this fight, people were saying rigged. People were saying this is a horrible fight. Why did this happen in the first place? I've been telling people that so long, bro. People were actually thinking this fight was going to be a good fight. people were actually thinking that Mike Tyson was gonna go in here and rip this dude apart. I'm sorry, but like, you just gotta think. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep saying it too. 58-year-old man, bro. Like, there's just no way people really expected him to come in here and do the madness. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I was just there watching to make sure he. I was hoping that he would survive, and he did. So I'm happy about it. Like I said, Mike Tyson got his bag. He's good to go now. In terms of Netflix, though, I don't know if Netflix should do another live performance, but if they do, they gotta fix up because, like I said, a lot of people weren't even able to watch the fight. But yeah, that was pretty much the end of the fight. Jake Paul he won unanimous, I think. But I mean, I wasn't expecting anything other than that, So, like I said, it was. I guess they made this fight to be like an entertainment thing, but it still wasn't entertaining at all. So, I just think at this point now, Jake Paul needs to stop fighting old people. I think this should be a moment of him realizing that. Let me stop fighting old legends, bro. And if I really want to be taken serious, like he always says, he needs to start fighting better competition. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what he does. But yeah, in terms of Mike Tyson, I don't know if he said he'll come back to the ring. I really hope not because I don't want to see that again, bro. I don't want to see Mike Tyson in the ring again. Other than that, I really got nothing else to say other than thank y'all so much for watching this video and showing love like always. I really appreciate it. But other than that, thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, if y'all are new to the channel, like the content, please make sure to like, subscribe like always. Very much appreciated. And I'll see y'all in the next one.